Let's roll it. Today we talk about motivation. So to motivate you, let's start with some planche push-ups. Oh wow. How did I do 5 last week? I feel so heavy today. Alright, maybe it'll go better next set. So many people struggle with motivation, right? You might struggle too. You can get into a routine. And so today I want to talk about a little bit of my experience, my clients, and the thousands of people I talk to, you know, in my DMs on Instagram, and what motivates me to be consistent, what it takes to be consistent, and what I think people that are struggling to be motivated should be focusing on in order to get that more in check and going. So I think I start with my own journey, because you see guys, for me things happen more kind of naturally. I wasn't looking for strength training to improve my life. It just naturally happened. I was a little bit of a insecure child, right? I didn't know how to fit. Like, and not in the sense that I wasn't outgoing, because I actually was outgoing. But I felt like what other people, had to offer, the people around me, it wasn't what I wanted to offer. What does it mean? It simply means that the people that I had around were kind of, people not doing very well in life. A lot of people were stealing, selling drugs. My group of friends, they were just going out to smoke weed. So I kind of, never truly resonate with that. I was adapting, but inside I was something more. And so at some point I started the gym. I got motivated with a friend at school. Here's Nina. No, she doesn't want to give a kiss. And got motivated, Bar Brothers videos, Z's videos, what else do we got? Jeff said video, Lazarov video. So we started watching these videos, and we got motivated together to work out at school. And it massively improved my life. It actually gave me a direction. It made me understand that, you don't need to adapt. You need to find your own journey that makes you proud of yourself and makes you improve. And actually through that, it helped me to fit better and feel more kind of worthy of relationships. That let's say, because I had something to offer. I would start notice more girls attracted to me, and like other guys would be interested in my results, and sometimes I would help people start going to the gym. So let's do a set. So I did 4. I really did 5 last week. How did I do 5 last week? That feels impossible right now. I think I'm just going to try and repeat 4. Maybe I was using another band. I don't know. Just going to do 4 and keep it clean. I look at you, I got distracted. You're so pretty. I think I am going to add another band. So yeah, I think for me, I wasn't looking to work out to achieve that improvement in my life that I was, I don't know, probably subconsciously looking for. I didn't really know, but it happened. It happened naturally, and over time, even when it seems like there is no reason to continue to work out, these moments where, I feel like in 2023 we are all going through more of a lonely path. We have less social interaction, and it's difficult to actually make friends. So sometimes you ask yourself, why am I even doing this? But then I remembered, a few things. The one thing is that you're not collecting the fruits of what you, or what you put in the ground every single day, right? There's a point in the growth of your garden in which you start collecting. And the same is for training, right? So maybe it's not as, I don't have the same validation as when I was younger, right? Also because, for me, it was, life was obviously simpler. When you're younger, it was kind of all I was thinking about, just looking cool and good and having attention from the ladies. Right now, there are other things that are important in my life. But this is still part of it, and even though it's not always validated these days, I still value the delayed gratification, knowing that at some point I will go, I will have that that compliment. Maybe I'll go, have sex with a girl, and she touches me. My girlfriend notices it. So I know that even though it's not always present, it's still something valuable in my life to have. So delayed gratification. And on the other side, I had a period in my life where I wasn't consistent with my training. And for different reasons, we don't need to go. Well, I can explain one of the reasons. When it happens once, I was in this relationship with this girl, and she wasn't really supporting of my fitness journey. The fact that I was working and then dedicating time to work out and then wanting to eat a certain way to stay lean. It was something that she wasn't supporting. She was making me understand and telling me that I was taking time away from her. All right. Let's see if this feels better. It should. It absolutely should. Yes, that's the one. And so, like I did let it go a bit. I wasn't consistent. I would say no to the workouts before to stay with her. I would eat what she cooked, and I lost shape. And my confidence went down. I wasn't happy with my life overall because I was, working a lot. And, like as a bartender, I was feeling like I was destroying my body only, pushing myself through hard shifts. And that was about it. And then drinking, right? I was drinking a lot at those times as well. So all I was doing was working, partying, and having these time with my girlfriend, like eating food and spending time with her, which I don't always value, right? That's not like the relationship with my girlfriend is not all I value in life. I like to work on myself as well, and I wasn't doing that. So I lost confidence. I didn't like myself when I looked in the mirror. We went for a holiday in Southeast Asia, and I remember I was very unhappy with the fact that I wasn't in shape while we were taking those pictures. I didn't have a six-pack. I think I don't have a six-pack now, neither. Oh yeah, something like it. But I have visible abs now, and back then I didn't even, I have a little bit of a belly, and I didn't like that, especially because it's not that you have to have a six-pack all the time, but in this time, the reason why I didn't have a six-pack, I didn't look good, it was just because I didn't follow my routine. I didn't follow what I'm supposed to do in order to stay at a level that I'm proud of. So I don't know. So the reason why I work out is because, and I stay consistent with it, is because I value the fact that without it, I am a lesser version of myself. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a lesser version of myself. I want to be someone that improves, can keep improving and feel confident and feel proud of myself. You never leave people around you to stop your self-growth, because in life, at the end of the day, you are alone. These people may leave, you want to leave these persons, and you will, and in the end, you will end up with yourself. And if you haven't treated yourself well because of these other people, at the end, you're going to have to compensate. So fuck that. I want to be okay with myself all the time, and that's why I stay consistent. All right, we got this. Okay. Now we're going to do handstand push-ups. There. So yeah. For me, that's the reason. That's what keeps me motivated. But also, you know, at these days, also the reason why I'm motivated is because I'm a coach. I want to be the best example for you guys. You know, I think it's important, especially these days, to lead by example and not just blah blah blah, talk shit about things, and at the same time being an advocate for animal rights. These days, even though you would think that is not that necessary, and it shouldn't be that necessary, but it seems like that the majority of population really need these examples of people that, you know, are vegan and can build muscle. So that really also motivates me to stay on track a lot. I actually remember one time I was at the gym, I was grinding, and I got emotional. You know, I got emotional because I was going through, I don't know, emotional times, let's call them. And I thought about, you know, the animals and the reason why I'm also pushing my business journey, animal rights activist journey. And yeah, I got emotional about that. And that motivated me even more to push harder, thinking that, you know, there's so many people using the protein dough excuse to not being vegan, and while they're buying at the supermarket and sitting on a sofa while pigs are dying in slaughterhouses and gas chambers. So that's definitely a big part of it. What's happening? Let's try again. Oh wow, it's a very strange week, I would say. I did 7 in a row last week, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be always linear, the progress of your workouts. So let's say I've done 5, I think. Let's count it 5. On the other side, what about people that are, you know, because I would say that I'm a pretty self-motivated person. At the end of the day, I always have a strong drive to go back to work out. I must say though that you know, one of the reasons why I had some up and downs in my journey, it was that I didn't have such a specific plan like I have now. I didn't have that clarity on how I was going to get to the next level. Like, especially at the beginning, I was more into weight training, and I don't know, it got to a point in which it started to become boring. You know, I didn't want to work out and do the same movements over and over just to get bigger. I kind of already liked the amount of muscle that I had. And coming from a lot of sports, that was definitely lowering my motivation to work out and got me a little bit inconsistent, right? Even though I was still training, but I wasn't that consistent, because here's the thing. To be disciplined, you need to have a plan. You know, people talk about discipline. You need to do discipline and you need to show up. But if you don't know what you have to do, if you don't have a vision, how you don't have anything to stick to, right? So that's very important to have clarity in what you're going to be doing in order to achieve your goals, within your workout. And this is something that today it's happening for me. Like week after week, I make some progress. I know where I'm going. I know that my workout plan makes sense. I have knowledge to make different modifications to my workout plan in order to keep making results. And so having a plan that actually gives you progress and results and a vision, long term, that helps a lot. For example, I could have a vision at the gym to lift a certain amount of weight with bench press and deadlift and squat, but I didn't have this knowledge. I was just into doing the exercises, increasing the weights, and staying within the bodybuilding repetition range. Fuck you. Let's go. Okay, we made it happen. 6-ish. And but for other people that don't have that strong drive and they have a weak mindset, I can tell you what happened with one of my new clients, that started working out and he felt very weak, and for that reason he wasn't motivated. He wasn't motivated to continue, but the workout felt hard, and I asked him like, did you feel good during the workout, apart of the fact that you see yourself not being able to perform as you would like? Did the workout make you feel good? Yes. So that's the feeling that you're chasing. So you don't want to give up on the bettering of yourself. So you know that the workout is making you feel better, right? So that's what you want to remember. These days when you're lazy, your day's shit, you gotta remember that you can choose between keep feeling shit, right? And lay down and keep feeling depressed, or you can remind yourself that doesn't matter what's happening in your day, showing up to your workout is going to make you feel better in the worst of your days. This is something that works so very well. I'm so glad sometimes that I really, drag myself to do a workout. Of course, now I'm at home, but sometimes I go to the gym. I do to kickboxing when I don't want to, and I'm always very, very glad that I did it. And so, another thing that I told my client is like, do you want to stay weak? So, okay, you're realizing that you don't like the fact that you're weak, that you're not capable to work out and perform as you would like, but that cannot be a motivation to stop. It should be a realization that you have done very bad in the past years that got you to this point, and now you need to work hard to make that better. So, and here I believe there is some there's some battling between being weak in a weak mind and working out to get stronger, but you need to stronger physically and mentally, but you need to push yourself to, you know, to behave like you are already tougher than you are, because otherwise you're not going to take that decision. You're not going to push yourself. Okay, so you need to make that decision. You need to choose that you want to be strong, and you want to recognize that you don't like yourself being weak, and that should be your motivation. Whew. 6 again. All right. Nina is scared. So right, you cannot expect to just be strong and be disciplined and be this tough person without taking these, without forcing your weak mind to take hard decisions. And with my client this time, he worked well. He was motivated after I I told him this thing, you recognize that you're weak, and what are you doing? You're using that as an excuse of, not getting stronger, not putting the work. And so I told him, this is up to you. Do you want to stay weak or you want to become strong? Right? So that's one thing. That's one thing. You always want to, when you say you're not motivated, right? You want to balance out. I'm not motivated, but am I happy to stay where I am? Am I happy of not being proud with my fitness? Am I happy that my life is all about working and I'm not working and I'm not taking care of myself? Am I happy that I'm uncomfortable taking my t-shirt off at the beach or at the swimming pool? Am I happy that I'm not really proud of showing off my body to a woman, whether it's, at the beach or when you are sharing intimate time with her, right? So think of this. What's important for you? Are you okay with being weak? Something that I have realized over time is that, we are in a world where some people, I guess, are okay with staying weak. The reason being is that there is so much comfort that you can get away with being weak and not get kind of pleasure from whatever you want. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying that maybe some people are truly happier staying weak rather than push themselves. I'm 100% sure that taking this decision is not good for anyone, society, people around you, and yourself, but maybe you get away with it, it depends. So I got last set. We did 5, 6, 6. I want to give this a 7. Let's go for 7. Because last week I did sets of 7, so this is pretty annoying what's happening today. Fuck. It's not a good day. Let's mix it up. All right. At least I'm pushing myself to my limits. Whew. Back to the bathroom. Where were we? So yeah, you know, like for example, sorry women, but I'm going to call you out. So women are a good example of choosing to be weak. You know, it is true that a woman is more likely to find a partner, even if she's not like, you know, the best on the dating, you know, on the dating market. She will easily find a partner anyway. So for a woman, taking the decision of not, you know, of being softer with her, with the hard things that she should be doing in life to develop herself, perhaps, it's easier, right? It's possible to go through life as a, I don't know how to say, like a passive woman, some woman that doesn't really work very hard in life. You're going to have this man that, you know, has some money, is not super handsome, and just wants some company, because even though if he's got money, he's not capable to find a woman, and so he's going to get her on board. On the other side, we men cannot do that. We don't have that magic wand, most of the time, at least. I guess some guys are going to be lucky, but for the most part, if you are a failure in life as a man, you won't be going very far. Or, I mean, like, I'm not saying you're going to stay alone, but it's going to be difficult, and you're probably not going to find a partner that is actually good in general or good for you, because I think that you know, I know people don't like these terms, but I think that, you know, a low value women, it might go with a better value man, but I don't see high value women going with lower value man. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. She's probably tricked somehow from you if that happens. So yeah, it is a choice between how you want to live your life. Do you want to stay weak? You want to live a life of comfort? I'm not judging at this point. You know, there was a time in my life where I was more judgmental about this. You know, thinking you gotta be stronger, but why? Why life? You know, can easily get comfortable. So if that's what you want to stay comfortable, stay comfortable. But you know, here's the thing: is that what you actually want? And here I think it's very important to go back to like the woman, you know, the woman example, because probably a woman will, a weak woman, let's call a weak woman that hasn't worked on herself much, you know, will never feel the need of improving, right? She can just accept that, you know, her, wherever she is in life is what she is happy with, right? And the world around her needs to adapt. And this is literally what's happening. If you, for example, you know, see this body positivity, you know, right? All these things. This is mainly going with women. There's no many fat men that support this body positivity thing, right? So because men are not living in delusion, because we don't get as many attentions as women do, you know. So here's the question. If you're a man, is that really what you want to do with your life? Do you want to be weak? Because I know that if you're a man that hasn't been taking tough decisions, and you'll only be going for the quick shortcuts, you're probably not satisfied with what you have. Both your partner maybe, and you know, and everything else around. That's for sure. I mean, 100%. And let me know if you actually agree. Oh, how much do I have to do here? You see, I always forget. So we have, last week we did 30 kilogram, 13. So we're doing it again. Fuck, today is disgusting. That's okay, we push through. Even for example, if you're a man and you care about animal liberation, right? You care about spreading veganism. Like, do you feel proud of yourself that when every time you talk about veganism, and you know, dumb people will comment on protein, it's unhealthy, vegans are malnourished, you cannot build muscle, you know? Does that make you happy not to be able to showcase that with your own results? So you're probably not happy, right? You're probably not happy. So motivation can come from inside you, which by the way is always, I believe, is always inside you, but sometimes external factor can ignite this fire and motivate you to become a better version of yourself, not only for you, but also for these external reason, right? It could be you want to set an example for the vegan movement, that vegan men can also be strong and build muscle, right? And through that, you're going to be part of the change and save animals. And not only that, you're also going to be happier because you're going to own these conversations with non-vegans. It's not going to be anymore you picking up your phone and showing my account, look at Stefano Vegan Calisthenics. No, it's going to be like, boom, that's what I do when people ask me about protein, like, check this out. Do you have a bigger arm than me? It doesn't look like. So I prove my own point. And you should do that too. You should do that too, because embracing leadership is great for men. It's great for men because as men we need to work harder to get attention and get validations. And these are, and it's not like you need validation in the sense that otherwise you're not happy, you need others to validate you. But it is part of life to be validated and get attention, and then that makes us happy. So, and there are some moments, like in these moments where you're having this conversation with the non-vegans, where you are directly affected from the fact that you cannot create that validation. You cannot be the living proof of what you're saying. All right, we got 13, got 12, eat 13. Just yesterday, no, I didn't do activism yesterday, Saturday, 3-4 days ago. A guy, which was the only guy that actually stopped while I was doing activism by myself. The only guy that stopped because recognized my tattoo and saw me when I went for a run, right? So this guy was actually fit, was a huge guy, 180 centimeters. You could see he was strong, he was running, and he stopped, right? So, and the reason why he stopped is because, he had that connection with me. Okay, I respect this guy at some level already. He was fit, he's someone that is disciplined, work on himself, he's strong, he has a good physique, and now I'm seeing this guy here, that's showing animal footage, and he's obviously doing activism. Let's talk to this guy. And curious enough as well is that this guy was absolutely, so far away from being and from having empathy to animals, but but even though he stopped, so I managed to create a connection with someone that actually was very far away from making the connection that pigs, chickens, and cows and all the animals in the farming industry deserve to be respected. And I managed to get into him because he said he had a dog and he loved his dog, and he was like, oh, but you're not going to cuddle a pig, you're not going to walk a pig. And I say, that's not what you have to value, right? You said that your dog is a person, right? And the other animals deserve the same respect as persons, because just like your dog, they have emotions. They want to live, they want to play, they want to eat, they want to drink, right? They look for you, they get lost, they want to play with other friends. And he was listening, and I saw how the message was getting to him. And I believe it's all because of this connection of respect that he had, some kind of respect, it's not like I was his idol, but that I created some kind of respect because of my fitness level. One more. Ah. 13. We did it. Not too bad. Now I have, so I always do my last exercise, you know, is something like this, right? So relatively high reps, 10, 11, 12 reps. And I do the same thing for pull and push. In my pull workout, I have chin-ups, weighted chin-ups. I do 3 sets. And then I would add the 4th set. In this case, with less weight, I keep this on. In the case of the chin-ups, I will move into body weight. Toma protein deficiency. Can you hear the music? All right, we're going for the last set, which is supposed to be 14. All right. Again, I don't believe I'm going to do more than 14. It doesn't seem to be a good day of training today. But, oh, I know. No. I was going to say I know why today I feel a bit weaker. Well, it's probably because I trained on Saturday instead of Friday, so there's maybe less rest, but that's not true because I was supposed to do my push workout yesterday and I did it today on Wednesday, so no, that doesn't make sense. All right, so I'm going to try 15, you know. If it happens, happens. If not, let's see what happens. Ah, fuck. Why? That was so far away. It was only 9. It's okay, guys. This happens. Workouts like this happen, but pushing through those, which, by the way, sometimes it happens for a couple of weeks. You actually sometimes you just step back a little bit and you're actually starting from a few steps behind compared to where you were the strongest, let's say. But then over time, pushing through this workout when you feel weaker, is going to compound. All right, 14 in total. I hope you guys enjoyed this story of motivation. Let me know in the comments if you got until the end of this. But motivation definitely always need to come, you know, from within. I don't believe in, you know, if you rely on other people for your motivation, you're going to fall off track at some point. That's just the nature of it. I see it many times. But I think if there is one thing that I want you to, you know, start using as a tool for your mindset is, you know, think, because everyone has got at least some workout, is, you know, a couple of workouts on his belt, right? And no one has never worked out, come on. So, and when you did work out, whether it was one workout of a period of time, you know how that felt. You know how much better you felt. More confident, happier about yourself, proud of yourself. Okay, so compare that to what you feel when you don't work out, right? Isn't that motivation? Isn't that enough to commit to 1 hour of training? Or 45 minutes, depends what you do, but right, so that should be your motivation. On the other side, you want to penalize yourself and, you know, and feel guilty if you are being undisciplined. You know, like more than guilty, you know, being responsible and own the fact that if you are going to skip the workout, you are choosing to feel a lesser and worse version of yourself. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.